Welcome in to the CFP season preview show. Got a wonderful week 10 preview. Also got some coaching carousel, big game breakdowns, upset picks, and around the scoreboard. How you doing, brother?
What's up, man?
I didn't even introduce myself. I'm CFB Talk. I'm Chris. You can find me on Twitter at CFB Talk 07. You can also follow our show account at CFB_SZN. I am joined by the one and only Austin. How you doing, man?
That sounded a little better, man.
It did.
I hope your intro is not a look ahead to how the rest of the show is going to go.
It may be. It may be because this just started out with a bang. Man, we got a lot going on.
Almost feels like too much to be like middle of the season.
It does, don't it?
You know, you and I like to, we're pretty adamant during the season. We only talk about the games coming up. But there's so much. I don't know what's leading to all these early season hires, but curious to see firings. What's your thoughts on that? Why are they being let go so early in the season? And what's the advantage to it?
I don't know because, you're going to have to wait until I'm assuming if you want a good coach, you're probably going to have to wait till or even if you're getting a coordinator, you're probably going to have to wait till the playoffs, depending on how far they go. I don't know. I think it's just the fear of being left behind.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like I've been seeing like some comments, with the Lane Kiffin stuff, and we don't know what Lane Kiffin's going to do. But some of the stuff like I've been seeing is like, are they going to wait for him? Are they going to wait for him? I don't know why you wouldn't wait for a coach. Like, I get the portal, I get all that recruiting and all that. The calendar's kind of all jacked up, so I get it. But it's so important to get the right hire made that I'd be willing to throw away, like, just make year 1, year 0.
Yeah.
And just go get the right guy.
Yeah, if you fired your coach, it's obvious you're not winning a bunch of ball games right now already. What's one more season?
It's probably because they're so impatient. Now, I would contend that I've thought every fire that's been made, and I'm talking big jobs, James Franklin, Billy Napier, and Brian Kelly, I would contend they had time, particularly James Franklin.
I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying I think it's weird that they're firing them, so early in the season instead of waiting until the end.
Donors probably. Donors and freaking crazy governors. Crazy governors. Man, LSU's governor, man. Good Lord, dude. Like, this is an absolute crap show right now. And I for one feel legit bad for LSU fans right now. I just don't, dude. I don't know how you get an attractive coach after this crap. After the crap the governor's doing, and how do you come out? And I think the only way you can, with the way the governor's acting right now in Louisiana about this job, is paying some kind of outrageous salary. And he's already said that they weren't going to do that. Like, he wants to have it in, incentive based contract and stuff like that. And I just don't know how. If you're Lane Kiffin, if you're not sitting there going, yeah, no, I'm good. Ole Miss, and I'll choose between Ole Miss and Florida.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. It's funny that I think before this week, we all said LSU was the top job open in the country, hands down by far, no question asked. And now, with one press conference, well, I guess now two press conferences, at least the viewpoint from what we know, that's changed.
Yeah, speak of hell, let's throw up this video. But just listen to him. It's freaking wild.
To foot the bill. So yeah, absolutely. Who's that? No, I can tell you right now, Scott Woodward is not selecting the next coach. Hell, I'll let Donald Trump select it before I let him do it. I don't know, but the Board of Supervisors is going to come up with a committee, and they're going to go find us a coach. Hold on. One real quick thing on that. Because here's what y'all reporters need to do. Y'all need to start looking at who represents all these people. Like these agents. You know what's interesting? If I'm not mistaken, Woodward's agent, Kelly's agent, the Texas A&M, they're all the same agent. Like you realize if I would be, I don't know how many sports writers we got here today? Just you. We should have a bunch. Okay? Like this is ridiculous. Lawyers would be disbarred for the way these agents act and the way they're able to represent. In fact, there's no doubt, they may even represent some of the players now. Like it's really time for the NCAA to put on some guardrails in college sports. Because, and it's fine. We don't need the guardrails. If big billionaires want to spend all that kind of money, no problem. But if I got to go find $53 million from Kemp, it's not going to be a pleasant conversation. I'm just telling you.
Well, I bet Jimmy Sexton's sitting back with a drink right now, smoking a cigar, just like oh, I'm fixing to eat his lunch.
Yeah. and then like he's since then he has said, you know, oh, well, I'm not going to be a part of the I'm not going to make the hire. But he's gone on and you know, he went out and said somebody asked him whether he worries that his outspokenness might have
negatively.
Thank you. Affect LSU's ability to lure its next coach. He goes, absolutely not. Absolutely not. In fact, I think it's more responsible because, again, we all have recognized, and you just discussed it, how we thought the contract that we got into was irresponsible. And the question becomes, is like, do we need $100 million to lure a coach? I don't know. Did they pay the guy Clark Lee at Vanderbilt who's whipping us $100 million? Like, I mean, there's great coaches out there.
You know, you brought up that there's going to be a lot of bad hires made because there's so many people hiring right now. I think this is going to be the biggest failure.
He's really, I don't know how, if you're a coach, that LSU job's attractive right now. I wouldn't want to walk into that. I'd rather stay at Ole Miss, wouldn't you?
Absolutely. Yeah, because if anybody's not going to deal with that, and you know, and Kiffin going into that situation would just be toxic. You know, we talked about that. We talked about Saban going there being successful, right? Well, Saban can very professionally say, get out of my way and let me do things my way. But I don't think Kiffin's just too much of a smart ass of how he would handle it. It'd be like a toxic relationship, you know?
Ike in the comments says LSU is going to hire Summerlin. I don't know, man. I don't know that Summerlin. There's too many good jobs opening. I mean, if Auburn opens, Summerlin has so many connections. Austin, I don't know if you know this, but his wife is an Auburn alum. He's very tied into the state of Alabama. As a matter of fact, I think he's from the state of Alabama. I mean, hell, Auburn has its own dysfunction, but LSU right now is making Auburn look like a wonderful, attractive place to go coach. And they have their own dysfunction every time a coaching search happens. But I don't know, John Summerlin. If I was John Summerlin's agent, I'd say no, bro. Let's go somewhere else.
I'm just curious to think what, like, you know, he's saying they don't need $100 million to go hire a coach. Well, Indiana just went and paid $100 million to secure their coach. And if I can make $100 million going to Indiana, I'm damn sure not coming to LSU to deal with the pressures of winning, you know, knowing if I don't win there, I'm gone in 3 years for less than what what somebody's making at Indiana.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know, man.
Not to mention with breaking news right before we started the show.
Yeah.
You want to break that?
Yeah, go ahead.
But Pete Thamel released that Scott Woodard, the AD of LSU, and LSU have decided to cut ties after these comments. So nothing breaking yet on why. It almost, to me, reading it sounds like Woodard told them they could have this job. That's me speculating. So, but that's what it sounds like to me.
And he has a buyout too. Apparently, it came across my phone a minute ago. Somebody made a comment about it. Apparently, the AD has a buyout. We got in our group chat. Hope Football don't remind me sharing that, but he just made a comment about how the governor has set LSU football back 10 years. I would agree.
Yeah,
I would absolutely agree. I think that's. Man, and it's sad because I love LSU football. I'm not an LSU fan, but I've always loved and liked LSU football. I love their fans. I love the state. I travel through that state when we go visit my family in Texas, and those are some good people in the Bayou and in Louisiana in general. They're good people.
Here's
the
only thing I'm gonna say: we underestimate what a politician will do for votes. And now that he knows what he's done, there may be a lot of under the table money paid, for maybe a smaller contract. But I would imagine he's gonna. That's the only thing is I think he may try to cover these comments up by making a slam dunk hire. I don't know if he'll be able to, but I do think they'll try to do that now just because we love our football in the South. We will not vote for you if you mess up our football team.
That's why I'm kind of surprised he's not like doubling down, he's not like changing his tune any. But no, he's digging in, and I'm like, dude, you're gonna F around and find out real quick.
Yeah,
real quick. I don't know that we're not gonna get political, but yeah, most of those southern states are Republicans, but. I don't know, man. You start messing with football, they might vote in a Democrat if it means get football right. I'll tell you one thing: we care more about our politics is our football. It's like God family football around here, and
absolutely.
You keep messing around with football, and the governor's he ain't gonna be governor no more. So I don't know. Hopefully he'll shut up and get it fixed for him, but I don't know. Anyway, let's talk a little more coaching carousel before we get to the big game breakdowns. Florida still opened. I had read a couple of reports that it looks like Lane Kiffin does favor Florida, but he still hasn't decided. Austin, and another name I read, Eli Drinkwitz is a name popping up in that search. But I have a feeling just visiting the Florida message boards, we may see another Tennessee riot situation. I'm telling you right now, Florida fans do not like the idea of hiring Eli Drinkwitz.
Really?
And I don't get it. I mean, I think he's good.
I think he's done. He's done a hell of a job at Missouri.
Yeah.
And that you talk about a tough place to recruit. I think he's done a great job. I'd like to see him at a bigger job. Does it feel to you that, I don't know, even LSU, Florida, it almost feels like it's Lane Kiffin or it's a bust? It's not for me, but
yeah, for the fans, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for the fans, it's Lane Kiffin or bust, which is so ridiculous, dude. Like, we talked about this Tuesday on the other show we do, and I had mentioned this about, I think we may have talked about this Sunday, too. I can't remember. We do so many shows, it runs together. But I had mentioned about how there is, we don't have to go big name hunting. I think obviously I would go after Lane, but there is so many good coaches out there that you don't have to go get a sitting head coach. I don't have it. I don't have it ready to pull up, so I'm not going to try. I'm going to try to remember. But if you go look up the top 15 in the AP poll right now, there is so many guys that, like Kirby Smart, he was hired. He had no head coaching experience. Dan Lannon, no head coaching experience. Marcus Freeman, no head coaching experience. Ryan Day, no head coaching experience. And there's a couple of more. I think it was 9 guys that had 0 head coaching experience in the top 15. 2 of them were G5 coaches, G5 head coaches. And then the other 5 had head coaching experience. So, and you know, the names I just named, Kirby, Ryan, Marcus, and Lannon, those are 4 guys that when we go to our off-season content and we do our top 25 polls, those 4 guys are probably going to be in our top 7.
Yeah.
Probably it's going to be in our top 7. And I don't understand this ideal that, it's Lane Kiffin or bust, but unfortunately for the fans, it is. And that's all there is to it, which is ridiculous.
Yeah. No, I agree with it. And especially, I think about, like, obviously Lane Kiffin, Clark Lee, big names right now.
Mm-hmm.
Are these teams just kind of sitting back, waiting on them to lose that 3rd game to know they're out of the playoff race to really, start the hunt or start the chase, I guess is a better word. But yeah, it's going to get interesting if everybody kind of makes a run into the playoffs to when these teams feel there. Because, I mean, what if Florida or LSU, let's say they're waiting on Kiffin, and whichever one misses out?
Yeah.
What if it's too late to get your guy?
There's been the talks about that, and we'll go to the next coaching thing I want to talk about after this. I'll get your thoughts on this, but if you're going to be willing to wait on Lane Kiffin, it's going to be a tricky spot for Lane Kiffin. So let's say he does decide he's going to leave, but he's just like any other coach. He's not leaving in the middle of the playoffs.
Yeah,
he's too competitive. He wants to win. That means he's going to have to give some kind of an agreement to Florida. I know he's not going to sign anything, but he's going to have to give a wink, wink, handshake type thing. But some of it's like, if that ever gets out, though,
yeah, he's done.
He's done.
I saw a picture today. It showed Lane Kiffin sitting like he was at a National Signing Day and had all the hats in front of him. I was like, that's great.
Let me put you on the spot here before we go to Penn State. You're Lane Kiffin. What are you doing?
I've been thinking about this. Honestly, if I'm Lane Kiffin, I'm out on the LSU job.
Yeah, done.
It's gone. I'm looking into the Florida job. I've told you I think there's more to that Florida job, just because I feel like they have not made every bad hire over the last 4 or 5 coaches. I thought a couple of those guys were going to do well, including Billy Napier. I think there's more in that program. So I would want to know why it's been such a failure. But if it was something I felt that I could get in, as Kiffin could get in and turn around and fix, I think I would leave for the Florida job.
It would be tough.
It would be.
I think I would too, though. Because, like, I do think me and you talked about this on the phone. I do think that in today's college football, the gap has closed at certain places. You can do certain things that could never be done at certain places. Me and you talked about this about Ole Miss. I think if Ole Miss got into the playoffs last year and didn't screw around with Kentucky and whatever other game they screwed around with, that was a roster that legit could have won the national championship. I really believe that, or could have at least bare minimum played for the national championship game. And but it didn't happen. Period. End of story. It didn't happen, and it didn't happen for Indiana last year. And I had mentioned on Twitter and to you that until I see Indiana and Ole Miss actually do it, and not just do the hypothetical game that I'm playing right now, I'm gonna have to take the Florida job. I'm gonna have to. Now maybe he takes Ole Miss to the playoffs and he advances a couple of rounds, and then maybe I change my tune. I don't know, but today I'm taking the Florida job. But that's subject to change.
Yeah, but it still feels like, even though it's changing, I still feel like there is a ceiling at Ole Miss, and it's not quite national championship. Now,
Yeah.
if anybody could do it, I think Kiffin could do it, just because he can score with anybody, and when you get into a shootout, you got a shot, right?
Yeah.
But I'm with you. I think he can make the playoffs. I think he could win a game or two in the playoffs. I just don't know that you get good enough to compete week after week with, especially, when you get, let's say you're playing Ohio State, and I don't think you can quite get over that hump.
Yeah.
Just like I don't think Indiana will be able to. I mean, they beat Oregon pretty handily this year, so maybe they can. I still feel like Indiana, there's a ceiling there that is in the playoffs, but it's not quite national championship.
Yeah. All right, Penn State real quick, and then we'll get to our big game breakdowns. Matt Rule signed the
extension.
That's good news for Penn State fans.
I was wondering if you were going to say that. I saw your tweets today, so I was wondering if you were going to.
Yeah, that's great news for Penn State fans. Like, y'all should be celebrating, and I think the majority of them are, just from message boards and all that. Yeah, I think you were just trading a poor man's James Franklin. Hell, I would hire James Franklin back before I'd hire Matt Rule. Yeah. Look, I think Matt Rule's a decent coach. But I don't think he's what so many people have made him out to be. I don't think he's what so many people made him out to be. That's just my opinion. But it looks like there's a lot of smoke with old Brian Hartline, the Ohio State wide receiver coach, / offensive coordinator. I don't know. I wanted to say I don't know about that, but hell, dude, I've been so wrong. Kurt Cinetti, I didn't think he would do what he did at Indiana. I don't know. Hell, it may work. I think from now on, when a coaching hire is made, I'm just going to be like, sounds good. I have no idea if it'll work or not.
Yeah. I mean, that's definitely the safe bet to go, because I mean, it's just a different college football than what we grew up on. So, different mindsets may work a little differently than they did 10 years ago.
Also heard. Oh, go ahead.
No, you're good.
Also heard Eli Drinkwitz's name mentioned for that job. I think that would be a pretty good hire. And I have read. I don't think this is going to happen, but I have read DeBoer's name mentioned. But I don't see that happening.
You must have heard that in the fourth quarter of that South Carolina game last week.
No, last night I spent some time.
Hey, we were about to not let him back on the plane.
Yeah, I did spend some time on Penn State message boards, and they updated their hot board, and DeBoer's name was added to it. And but it doesn't seem like that's gaining any traction. But I do think he's going to get a call. I don't think DeBoer's going to leave, though. Not unless things got a little crazy.
That'd be dumb, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah. Sadly, I don't know what his buyout is, but if he did get fired, I'm sure he has a solid buyout. So I would stay there until I got fired.
Yeah, and I mean, he's got things cooking right now. There's a couple of weeks left. We'll see what happens, but I think he's safe for now. And I don't. If it was going like it did last year, I could see him having a soft landing spot, and Penn State would be an awesome soft landing spot, right? I mean,
absolutely.
That would be amazing. But it's not going like last year. It's going pretty good right now. So. All right, well, that is the Empty the Notebook tonight, which was the coaching carousel. Let's get into the big game breakdowns. To update last week, I closed the gap a little bit on Austin. He didn't have that great of a week. I think he went 3-3, and I went 4-2. Yeah, and I am currently at 26-19 on the year. Austin still, though, in the lead at 31 wins and 14 losses. Upset picks are 2-8 for Austin and 1-9 for me.
Both our upset picks went to overtime last week, though,
and it's like every week we're getting closer and closer. This is the week. I don't know about yours, but I think mine's hitting. I don't know about yours. We'll talk about that later. All right, Vandy versus Texas. Texas is currently a 3.5 favorite. Arch Manning, he's questionable according to the injury report. Matthew Caldwell is the backup that I think he's only played like 11 snaps or had 11 passing attempts. He was in a portal addition. Austin, I'm not. I said this Tuesday. I'm worried about my doors. I'm worried about and I'm wondering if you're going to give me as much hell as our buddy Adam on the show did. He said I'm not allowed to. He said I can't because I've hyped Vandy up so much. I can't worry about him. But I ain't gonna lie, my dude. I'm worried.
Yeah.
I'm worried.
You know, the more I think about this and the more I look into this game, I think to say you are worried is to say that Vandy has been playing above their heads.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I'm starting to believe that Vandy's just that good of a football team. Not saying they're not beatable. Don't take that. But I don't know. The more I think about this game, the less worried I get. We talked about this earlier, and this is not what you expected me to say on the show. I know, because I kind of agreed with you earlier, but I don't know, man. I think Vandy has a real shot here.
All right. I think the thing for me, my biggest worry for Vandy is how well Missouri kind of bottled up the run game. Other than that, they had that 180-yard explosive play, and which basically won them the game. That 80-yard run by that running back, and he had 4 carries for 84 yards. So you take away that 80-yard thing, he only had like 3 yards or 4 yards or something like that. So, that worries me because I do think while Mississippi State got some points on Texas, I still believe that run defense is pretty dang good. Mississippi State couldn't run the ball. I think Texas's defense is still better than Missouri's defense, while Missouri's a good defense. That's what really, really concerns me a lot on the Vandy side. Texas side of things is kind of the same crap, different day. The O-line, which is very bad, and you're going against a Vandy D-line that's pretty good. Top 25 in sacks, top 20 in rush defense, top 25 in negative rush plays created, and Texas can't run the ball, and we don't know who's going to play at quarterback. I would, believe it or not, I would feel better if Arch is playing because while Arch is an easy target, I do think he's actually their best offensive weapon right now. I think they have a better chance with him in the game. Man, I don't know. I have the feeling though that Texas is going to be able to stop Vandy's bread and butter, the run game. I mean, Missouri stopped it, but Vandy got away with it. Yeah. But it came down to that one explosive run, and I don't know, man. I feel like
Missouri's defense played well against Alabama, though, and that's when we were on fire.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when I felt like we're playing really good. I'm gonna tell you what. When I look at Texas, it's more about. I mean, yes, they're sitting at 6-2 right now.
Yeah, playoff elimination game for them.
Their losses are to Florida and Ohio State. Okay. So you hear that, and you're kind of like, okay, well, their wins that didn't go to overtime are against San Jose State, UTEP, and Sam Houston.
Yeah.
The Oklahoma game. I don't know what the hell happened that game, but they did win the Oklahoma game. So then you're kind of like, oh, maybe they found it. And then you go to overtime with Kentucky and Mississippi State.
Yeah.
Like, you have not played a good game outside of the Oklahoma game all season.
Mm-hmm.
And look, I'm with you. This is definitely, to me, I said this about Vandy. The reason I'm worried is Vandy is, to be sitting where they are at 7-1 right now, has not played an easy schedule.
Yeah.
And they've survived it, you know, with one loss, you know, a respectful loss to Alabama right now. I don't know. I am worried that they just kind of run out of gas and lose this game. But I think I'm leaning on the fact that maybe they really are just a solid football team that knows how to win games, and I think they win this one.
So you go on Vandy?
I'm going Vandy.
My boy, I hope Adam's not watching the show tonight. I try to keep my picks the same Tuesday and Thursday, which is usually what I do. I usually will not stray from the same picks. I would usually keep it the same. But I'm hosting, so screw it. I can do what I want. Hook 'em horns, baby.
Wow, here we go.
Texas Longhorns going to get the win. 12 o'clock, 11 Central Time in Austin, Texas. Texas's playoff hopes, unfortunately, will stay alive.
I had it wrote down here. Chris gets to say thank you to Vandy on Sunday's show.
Hey, it don't matter who I pick. I'm still going to thank them.
Right?
Still going to thank them.
And you're still going to be pulling for Vandy is the funny thing.
I'm going to still be pulling for Vandy. There's no money on the line for this. Comment from Caitlin Stone, who I would have no idea who that is. Can't wait till Vandy proves you wrong. I should block her. She's been kind of rude here on the chat. Just kidding. Anybody that don't know, it's the inside joke. That's Austin's wife. We love you, Caitlin. Here, real quick, score prediction: Ole Miss Gamecocks. I think Ole Miss is fixing to run them out the water. I don't know. 38-17.
I like it.
Yeah. All right, let's go. Oklahoma versus Tennessee. This is a college football playoff elimination game right here.
Yeah.
This is and Tennessee's favored by 2.5. Austin, listen to this. Okay. Oklahoma's offensive success rate. Pass, 71st. Rush, 74th. Tennessee's defensive success rate. Pass, 113th. Rush, 115th. Something's got to give, my guy.
Listen, so here's what I wrote down. Okay. And you can go through the numbers all you want. Looking at Tennessee's offensive at their rankings, they're all up there.
Yeah.
Tennessee's defensive rankings are way down. But the problem is, against this offense, it doesn't matter. That's what scares me is, yes, Tennessee's defense is bad, has not played well, but I don't know that it makes that big of a difference against this.
I don't know either. Offense. I don't know either because the Ole Miss. I'm not trying to take away nothing from Ole Miss because the job Lane Kiffin's done this year, and I don't want to derail this conversation, but the job that Lane Kiffin did this year is probably his best coaching job, if we're being honest. Considering where we thought, I mean, some of us thought Ole Miss could have been an 8-4 team. This was going to be a down year, a gap year. But that defense is not as good as it showed against Oklahoma. They are 126th in stopping the run, and I think defensive success rate. Oklahoma, they had one running back go 9 carries, 106 yards, or 109 yards. Well, that looks great. He had a 65-yard run.
Yep.
So take that 65 yards away, it's not that impressive. They couldn't run the ball on Ole Miss, and a lot of teams run the ball on Ole Miss. And so I don't know that Tennessee's defensive stats really matter in this game.
Yep. That's what I wrote down for this game.
Yeah. Now, I will say for Oklahoma to win, the thing that's concerning on me on their defense, number one, I think we finally found their weakness, which is the secondary. Their secondary is not that good. Now, their D-line and linebackers are really good. Yeah. But the problem is against Ole Miss and Texas, Oklahoma has only had 1 sack against Texas and Ole Miss. And now this is a team that if you go and look up the pressure rate generators and how many sacks they got, they lead the country in that. But
that's because of the Auburn game. Take away the Auburn game, and
that's true. Yeah, but to be fair, we can't take it away. So it's there.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
It's there, but you're right. You're right. But yeah, I mean, they're gonna have to get pressure on Joey Aguilar because he's a tale of two quarterbacks. When he's not pressured, he's gonna slice your ass up.
Yeah.
When he's pressured, he's bad. He's not good. The numbers bear that out when you go look up all the advanced stats. I don't have them in front of me. Just take my word for it. I mean, when you look at Georgia, couldn't get a pass rush on him, and he just absolutely gashed Georgia's secondary. So the thing to me is, I don't know, man. I really trust Josh Heupel. Night game in Knoxville. They're doing the blackout dark thing. Must be nice.
Are they?
Yeah, they're doing the blackout, the black smoke, the black jerseys.
Man, I hate that because Tennessee is one of my most hated teams in the country.
Yeah, it's
but
so
those black jerseys are awesome.
It's so badass. Must be nice to wear a black jersey. Must be nice.
I bet they won't wear. Never mind.
Yeah. Anyway, I do think I'm curious to see what the Vols' game plan is. I would imagine they're going to do something similar to what Lane did at the beginning of the Oklahoma game. It's going to be a lot of quick passes. I think it's going to be a lot of quick passes. I'll be honest, Austin. I'm with you. I trust Tennessee's offense more than I trust Oklahoma's offense.
Yeah,
and I think like we said against Ole Miss. I think we said this last week in the Ole Miss game. Just get to 24, you'll win. And I think Tennessee's offense can get 24. I'm going to go Tennessee Vols.
Me too.
All right.
While you're writing that down, we got a beat down going on ESPN right now with UTSA over Tulane, 24-6.
LSU fan, I can already hear it now. I still think you should hire John Summerall, just for the record. But I bet you when we get off this show and I go outside and kind of decompress and I get on Twitter, that's going to be the topic.
That's probably why they're losing, because he's more focused on his job offers than he is the game.
Yeah. Man, I need Tulane to win. All right. USC versus Nebraska. USC is favored 6.5. This is at Nebraska. Nebraska is also doing a blackout. Must be nice. Austin, listen to this. This is another one of these stats I found. USC 133rd in rushing success rate. Nebraska 108th. We may just see two teams run the shit out of the ball. They come down to who can stop the run.
Yeah.
Because neither of these teams are very good at stopping the run. In between the tackles, in particular for USC, they average 7.1 yards per carry. Nebraska allows 6.4. So if I think this going, I just said, I know I'm going to go back on words. I just said who it may come down to who can stop the run, but honestly, I think it may come down to whose quarterback's better. And I'll tell you what, Austin, I don't trust Dylan Raiola. I don't think he's as good as the numbers say. I think it's a lot of, if you go look under the hood on his advanced stats, a lot of his stuff is side to side, short passes, screen passes. It's not really a lot of deep balls. It's not really explosive. So I kind of trust USC's passing game more than I do Nebraska's passing game, and I think that may be the difference.
Yeah, no, that was exactly what I thought. I thought USC has the opportunity to be much more explosive in the passing game, and I think that will be the difference in the game. This is one of those games when you first sent it to me and put it on the slate for this week, I was like, But I don't know. The more I think about this,
I'm excited.
This is a big game for both programs.
Yes.
Kind of where they're sitting at right now, where they're trying to get to. Both of these, well, I guess Matt Rule doesn't need the win after signing the extension, but because I was originally going to ask who needed this win more, but this is a big game for both programs, I think, and especially. Honestly, I think it's a bigger game for Nebraska.
To
get back I think people our age remember Nebraska for what Nebraska can be. Nebraska's a national powerhouse, when we were growing up. But, when you think about Nebraska in that sense, I don't know, a night game in front of your, crowd, you got USC coming in. This is a big win, a big game for this program.
Yeah, Caitlin says Nebraska used to be badass. Yes, they was back in the day, man. That was a badass school. One thing that worries me on the USC side of things, though, Raleigh and USC is 2-6 on the road since joining the Big Ten.
Wow.
Yeah, this is another road game. Raleigh does not do very well, or USC and Raleigh do not do very well on the road. It's just not something that they've done very well, and I think they've lost. They lost Notre Dame game and the Illinois game, which was 2 games on the road. So they're already 0-2 on the road this year. Nebraska at night. I don't care. Give me USC. I think.
Boy, I thought he was fixing to call it.
No. I don't think Dylan Raiola is good enough. I do think Nebraska's got a bad running back.
Yeah.
That not a lot of people talk about. Matter of fact, I didn't write it. Yeah, I did write it down. Emmett Johnson, dude, 837 yards, 44 forced missed tackles, and 24 explosive runs. I think he is going to have a big game against USC, but I just feel like the USC passing game is going to find a way to get the win over Nebraska's pass game. I do think Nebraska covers, though. I think it's going to be a close game.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm with you. I don't trust Dylan Raiola. I think he may try to do too much in this game just to kind of show out in the spotlight. And I think USC will come up with a couple of turnovers, and then be a little too explosive in the passing game. So I'm going USC as well.
I keep hoping you're not going to pick the same, but we agree. Justin in the TikTok comments, LSU's next coach. Justin, we talked about that at the beginning of the show, but we have no idea because your governor, if you're an LSU fan, we have no idea because your governor is trying to screw that up as much as possible. So if you would have asked me this before the governor started opening his mouth, I would have thought it was Lane Kiffin, but I don't know. All right, Cincinnati versus Utah, the big game, college game day. Lines moved up. Utah 10.5.
See that.
My Utah Utes. We may be back, baby. I love this quarterback for Cincy, though. Sorsby. That dude's fun to watch. He is fun to watch. He is fun to watch. He impressed me in the Iowa State game. I thought he was really, really good. Really, really good. But you know what, man? Here's what the key of the game to me is going to be. Cincinnati is 113th in defense rushing success rate. Utah is 9th. I think Utah is starting to find its footing. And here's another stat that's going to surprise you. Austin, who do you think in the SEC or in the Big 12 leads the Big 12 in pressure rate and sack rate?
I don't know, Chris. Why don't you tell me?
It's not Texas Tech. It's Utah.
Really?
Yeah, I was surprised by that because I thought it was Utah. I thought it was Texas Tech. But, man, I like the Cincinnati story. I like the quarterback, Sorsby. I love it. I think he's a really good quarterback. Evan Pryor is out also for this game, though, Cincinnati's running back.
Did not know that.
He is out. Probably shouldn't have told you that because maybe you would have picked Cincinnati. I'm going Utah, baby. My Utes are back. They are back.
I'm silent right now because I've struggled with this game since I started looking into it, and I'm with you, man. That Sorsby kid is slinging it. 20 touchdowns and 1 interception on the season.
That's what she said. Yeah.
Man, That's a late game for an East Coast kid to have to go out to Utah and kick off at 10:15 at night.
At night in Utah? Woo!
That's what I keep going to, man. I tried to look at Utah's pass defense just to see how good it was. Well, it's freaking great. Top 10 in the country. As much as I want to go Cincinnati in this game, I don't think they have a shot.
Going Utah?
Give me Cincinnati to go out to Utah with the upset. Man, I don't know. Nobody's going to be watching the game on the East Coast because we're all going to be asleep.
No, hold on. You're old ass.
Hey, I don't know. Time changes that night, so technically.
Oh, there you go. Me and your wife will still. Your wife will still be up, and she'll be texting me in the group chat, and we'll be talking about the game.
No, I do want to stay up and watch this game. I think it's going to be a good game. Look, I think Cincinnati's had a hell of a season. They've already won as many games, I think, as we picked them to win. But I like the quarterback. I like his decision making, and I don't think it'll be a huge deal that the running back's out. So, give me the upset.
All right.
I got a lead. I got a lead to play with.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. You do got a comfortable lead. All right, let's do our upset pick. My upset pick of the week is going to be Kansas State plus 7.5 over Texas Tech. Kansas State's reminding me of that last year's team, Kansas, their biggest rival. I think. Caitlin said that Austin will be snoring as Cincinnati wins. I think Kansas State's playing some really good football. They're finally looking like the team that we thought they were going to be at the beginning of the season. So, yeah, give me Kansas State over Texas Tech. What's your upset pick?
I like it. I'm going Arizona State 7.5 dogs to Iowa State. I know Levitt's out, right?
Yeah, and Jordan Tyson.
You know what, though? I think this is going to be classic Kenny Dillingham. He's not going to roll over in a season and just fall flat. So I think he pulls out all the tricks. I mean, I wouldn't put any money on it, but it's an upset pick. So give me Arizona State.
You're 2-8, and I'm 1-9. Who cares? I mean,
yeah,
it is what it is. All right, let's go around the scoreboard to end the night. We're gonna pull up our scoreboard on ESPN and get it. All right, producer Joe, can you scroll up to the top? Actually, go down. Keep going. Let's get to Saturday. All right, let's Penn State's got no shot, right?
Ohio State, Penn State. That's the game day game, right?
No.
Oh,
Isn't it crazy that we're doing a preview show and our on our big 4 or big 5 previews we didn't do Penn State or Ohio State?
Yeah, it's insane.
It's crazy. I don't think Penn State has a shot.
No, I don't either.
Trevor in the comments, Penn State's 3-0 on Ohio State athletics this week. That's awesome. I think they're about to go 3-1. Love you, Trevor. Trevor's a regular on TikTok. Miami SMU, is Mario going to do the Mario thing?
It would be a Mario type thing to do. I thought that when I saw this game. I was like, I considered that as an upset pick. I just can't pick against Miami because of kind of like you going against Vanderbilt earlier. It just didn't feel right.
I don't think Mario's going to screw this up because I don't think SMU's that good this year, but Louisville is a good football team. So,
yeah,
I don't think he'll screw it up, but it's in Dallas, and I believe that game, I can't see. Yeah, it's a 12 p.m. Eastern, so 11 a.m. Central in my backyard in Dallas. Hey, crazy things have happened when Mario's the head coach. All right, let's keep going down. crazy that we don't talk much Clemson anymore. Navy, North Texas. You're a Navy guy. I think, didn't you rank them preseason?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think I had them right inside the top 25.
Yeah.
North Texas is 6.5 point favorite.
I think Navy's gonna get them.
It could happen.
I really do. All right, let's see. Indiana, Maryland, possible
Trap game.
trap game. Indiana's. Oh man, I didn't realize they were favored 21.5.
Yeah, they got to cover. Maryland's going to cover that, right?
I think so. But I don't know. Indiana's a wagon. Indiana's a wagon right now. Yeah, I mean, I think Indiana's going to cover that. I'll be honest. I don't think Maryland is, and I think Maryland's an improved football team. But I don't think they're going to cover that. I think Indiana's on a different level this year. Georgia, Florida. So we're not going to have our Alabama minute this week because Alabama's on a bye week.
We got the G minute though.
Yeah, so we're going to have the G minute right now. I mean, I'm typically always a worried Georgia fan, but can I be honest? I feel pretty confident.
Yeah.
I don't like saying that.
That spread's interesting.
Yeah.
I thought it would have been at least 10.5.
I mean, Georgia's kind of played with his foot, all season. And maybe, I don't know. I don't know why I'm expecting something different. But I don't know. I feel like the offensive line has finally started to gel. Offensive line is finally healthy. I think Gunner's playing some of his best ball right now with the Ole Miss performance, the Tennessee performance. I don't think he was that bad against Alabama. I don't know. I'm feeling pretty good about this game. I am a little nervous. Florida's got the interim thing going on. So you got the interim bump, UAB and UCLA got massive wins with their interim coach. I think offensively we're going to see some different stuff. Also, I mean, you also got to think about it. You've got a bunch of players and coaches that are they're playing for jobs because they're auditioning right now for not only the Florida stuff but for other teams. That they're on an audition right now. And listen, go ahead.
No, go.
No, I'm just saying, listen, like Florida, I understand what the record is, but I don't think this is a bad team. I think the head coach was just a bad play caller, and I think this is a very talented team, and they've almost beat some pretty good teams.
You're going to keep talking yourself and get worried about this weekend now.
I'm pretty worried now. I'm going to pick Georgia to win, though. Anyway. All right, let's keep.
Not to mention, there's going to be a lot of drunk, obnoxious Georgia fans at that game. So
yeah, that's true. I think. I'm not seeing anything of interest right now. Oh man, this weekend's going to be amazing, though. I think Cal's going to beat Virginia.
Oh, I like that call.
Yeah, I think Cal's going to beat Virginia. Oh, who gets their first? Would it be their first SEC?
Yeah.
Win? Who gets it? Mississippi State or Arkansas?
I think I'm gonna lean Arkansas. I think Mississippi State worries me coming off of that epic meltdown last week.
Yeah.
Just mentally beat down after that. And Arkansas, I mean, both teams have been playing really well. Would not want to play either one of those teams right now. So I'm going Arkansas.
Yeah, I'm going Mississippi State. I think they finally get it done. I think they finally they've come so close. But you're right, though. This really could be last week. Yeah, let down. Brad in the TikTok comments, Tulane equal frauds, ? I mean, it ain't looking good.
Not looking good at all.
South Carolina. Is Lane Kiffin going to do the Lane thing he did last year?
They gave Alabama hell last week, so I can't say nothing. If South Carolina plays like they did against Alabama, watch out.
I'm gonna have my eye on that game. It ain't gonna be on one of my screens, I don't think. Well, yeah, it will. I think the night slate's kind of
Yeah, I think I'm gonna watch the first half of that game with real intent. I think we'll know pretty quick. But South Carolina just did a great job of confusing Alabama in the passing game, which when we can't do anything else, we've been able to throw the ball this year. So I'm curious to see it. I hope Ole Miss struggles. It'll make me feel better as an Alabama fan, the way we struggled against them. But we'll see.
All right. I think you better watch out for North Carolina State, Georgia Tech.
Boy, I had that circled as a trap game all day.
I mean, I don't think North Carolina State's great, but I think you need to watch out. That's a night game too. It's at North Carolina State.
Yeah.
I think you should watch out for that one. I'm going Georgia Tech, but Hugh's not going to lose to Kentucky, right?
Have we heard? Has he said anything about the quarterback? I had that.
He just keeps saying the same.
He keeps dodging the question.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like both of them have practiced well. Blah 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 blah.
Damn, I didn't see that spread.
Your wife's calling you out on saying the Jackets last week. You said that about the Jackets last week.
She said that.
Go Jackets.
Listen, she's right. If you go back and watch preseason, I said that about the Jackets, that I was waiting on a game like this for them to lose.
We keep waiting.
And so far, they keep winning.
Yeah. I mean, I think they're going to win this one, but I do think they need to not sleep. Are you talking about that Wake Forest Florida State line?
I am.
Yeah. Give me Wake Forest.
Yeah.
Mike Norvell's fired Sunday.
Ooh. That'll be on TikTok later.
Yes, it will. All right, that should do it. That should do it on Around the Scoreboard. All right, man, what a great show tonight. Let me fix the layout real quick. Yep, there we go. What a great game. What the hell? What a great show tonight. Man, appreciate everybody tuning in. Had a decent amount of viewers. So y'all please go hit the like and subscribe button on YouTube. It's at CFB_SZN. That's also the Twitter account. And TikTok is CFB_SZN07. So go hit that button. Come back Sunday. Let's put Austin on the spot again. What does he have planned on Sunday?
I'll be right here.
All right. Austin will be back Sunday with me. I'm keeping my eye on the TikTok chat just in case Caitlin.
My wife just heard that.
Yeah, just in case Caitlin chimes in and says no, he will not. For now, you can expect me and Austin to be back Sunday to recap the games. I hope everybody have a wonderful college football weekend, a wonderful Halloween, and we will check y'all out Sunday. I don't know if your wife's making you, but I'm gonna be dressing up Friday. We're gonna my kids have grown to love the Hocus Pocus movie.
Yeah.
So we've got a couple of witches that are gonna be dressed up at my house, and me being little old Max in the movie. So I'm sure a picture will be surfacing on the group chat that will be used against me for many years to come.
Oh, I can't wait.
Appreciate everybody joining. We'll holler at y'all Sunday.
See ya. Hey, Max.